topic of paraphrasing for purpose statements, and this is part 4 of this month's series on the paraphrasing for purpose statements. Before we start, I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. So remember that these daily writing clinics are not mandatory, and we recommend that you focus on the course first. The purpose of these daily writing clinics is for you to be able to revise different aspects of the course and practice them. There will be global feedback available for this video next Tuesday, and you'll be able to find it in a link under this video next Tuesday. The benefits of these daily writing clinics is that you can use the global feedback to analyze and overcome your weaknesses. As far as expectations go, please remember there's no individual feedback. That is the purpose of the correction service. So this is just for feedback to get an idea of general mistakes that people are making. And just as far as instructions go, make sure that you post any answers to this task at the end of this video in the comments under this video. As far as all that said, let's get on with today's daily writing clinic. Okay, so this week's question, it says, your child is going on a 3-day school trip to another country. The head teacher wants to find parents to go with the group, and you would like to go. Write a letter to the head teacher. In your letter, say why you would like to go on the trip, suggest what you could do to help during the trip, and ask other questions about the trip. So as always, the first thing we need to do is decide, is the question formal or informal? So we're going to go to the bit where it says write a letter, and it says write a letter to the head teacher. So head teacher, we know, is not a friend. You might be friends with head teachers, but if it does not say the word friend, then we know it has to be formal. So we're going to be writing in a formal manner to reply to this this question. Next thing, we kind of want to decide, why are we writing? Are we writing to inform someone about something? Are we writing to ask or inquire about something? Are we writing to thank someone for something? Are we writing to complain? Are we writing to apologize? So here I say we're not really writing to inform. We could definitely be looking at it in a way we're writing to ask or inquire about something. We're not thanking, we're not complaining, we're not apologizing. I guess something we could also say we could be doing is I'm writing to volunteer. So I would say that the two possibilities here we could talk about is really we're writing to inquire or we're writing to volunteer would be the main reason. So we need to look at this, and as always we need to identify what are the key words, what synonyms can we use to replace them. And this one in particular is not going to be possible to find synonyms for 100% of words. I'll go over that in a second. So always remember, it's quite often the case is you won't be able to find synonyms for every single word. So this one seems a little bit different to the ones we've done in the past, because in the past it's pretty much just like, okay, we're going to change the word and that's going to do. But here I think that's not going to be quite the same. So the way I would look at this is a lot of these are going to be kind of examples that we're going to replace the word with. So when we're talking about your child, obviously here I think that the best way to find a synonym for your child, rather than saying my child, is which is possible, but probably using the name of your child would be the easiest thing to do here. We're going on a 3 days, so 3 days obviously important. But this is one of those things that is going to be, we can't really find synonyms for 3 days. 3 is 3, there's no synonym for 3. 3 is just 3, and day is day. So we're not going to be writing half a week, that's not accurate. It's 3 days, so we're going to be keeping that. Okay? School trip, and it's to another country. So something we could be doing is talking about an outing, or something like I thought maybe. I thought if we're going to another country, we could say it's a school holiday, would be a possibility. I wanted to warn against one synonym that I know a lot of people for some reason use for trip is a travel. Travel is not an accurate word here. Travel is much more a verb. It's not a noun. I'm not going on a travel. It doesn't make sense. So don't use travel for a synonym here. As I said, I was thinking possibly outing. Outing sounds like the best thing I could come up with. But holiday I think works if we're going to another country. Again, we've got another country, so it's possible to say a different nation, but it wouldn't sound very natural. So again, in this case, I think it would be much better to be using an example of the country that you're going to. So rather than writing about going to another country, we could just mention the name of the country. Oh, and just something to mention, because I see this a lot in the task 2 writing. When countries come up, a lot of people seem to use the word state as a synonym for country, and this is not an accurate synonym for country. A state in English is considered a part of a country. That's why you have the United States of America, because it's made up of 50 different states. So when people use state as a synonym for country, it is inaccurate and it should not be used. So just a warning to everyone on that one as well. Be careful not to use the word state for country. So we've got the head teacher wants to find parents. We're writing to the head teacher, so we're not going to write the head teacher because we can pretty much just write you because that's going to be who you're writing to. They want to find parents. Well, I don't need to find a synonym for parents here because that's me. I guess you could mention, I hear you're looking for mothers and fathers to go on the trip, or you're looking for people to go on the trip. I think it would work here. As long as you've already mentioned it about your child earlier on, I think this would be accurate to go with a group. Obviously, we have to mention that you would like to go. So here, I think personally I would start it with, I'm writing about the 3-day school holiday that is being organised by the school to wherever it happens to be. So say to Canada. I know that you wanted mothers and fathers to go on the trip, and I would like to volunteer. Maybe be one way of expressing this. Obviously, there's not just one way to express a paraphrase, so find your own ways. Remember, you can mention the name of your child, you can mention the name of the country, but like I said, a couple of words there is going to be very difficult to find synonyms for, so especially 3 days is something you're not going to be able to find synonyms for, so pay attention to that. And once again, if you're not 100% sure of a synonym that you're using, don't use it. Accuracy is the most important thing. What we would like to see, though, is preferably not having more than 3 words taken from the question statement. If possible, not more than 2, but certainly not more than 3 taken as 3 words together, copied. So you can use the 3 words, but you'd have to change the grammatical structure of them. Okay, so that leads us on to your task this week. So your task is to write the paraphrase or the purpose statement, should I say, for the statement of this question of your child is going on a 3-day school trip to another country. The head teacher wants to find parents to go with the group, and you would like to go. So please post your answers, your purpose statements to this question in the comments under this video. If you're looking for the global feedback for last week's video, you will find that in a link under last week's video, and I'll put that up later today. Thank you once again, everyone. I hope everyone is well and looking after each other. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon.